want to, Hildy, but you can't quit the newspaper business.
Oh, why not?
I know you, Hildy. I know what quitting would mean to you.
Well, what would it mean?
It would kill you.
You can't tell me that, Walter Byrne.
Who says I can't? You're a newspaper man.
That's why I'm quitting. I want to go someplace where I can be a woman.
You mean be a traitor?
You're listening to League Podcast, see? The League versus His Girl Friday. I'm Matt Dursin. Yes? What's that you say? Matt Dursin? The Matt Dursin.
Matt Dursin will do. Yeah, what? Oh, I'm John Hunt.
Clay, Stairwell Sam, and Ferno here. Over here, under the stairwell. What'd you say?
What's that you say? Say that again. One more time. Stairwell Sam? Stairwell Clay? Clay Inferno, eh? You really think you're on fire, don't you?
Your
He's
pants
a
are on
Spitfire.
fire.
That's a good... How long do you keep this up for?
Be careful, I'll put gum in your hair.
I've done that. You got to cut the whole hair out. I knew someone who did that.
Use some peanut butter. Get that right out.
Is this real life?
Keep up the act forever. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, is he serious about us doing the whole show like that? Because
I thought I at least needed to start. I couldn't do it. But
yeah, we have to start it out like that
when it's appropriate.
It's a signature of this thing. And like I said to you guys, especially I know because I did the first round of editing. All I do is get talked over all the time, so it's no different for me. So.
Well, yeah, okay, so we should talk about His Girl Friday for a second because directed by Howard Hawks, who sort of took a challenge to speed it up and break the record for the fastest dialogue on screen, which was held by The Front Page, which is basically
this is a remake of. Yeah,
this is
this is like a do-over.
Yeah.
For them, not for us.
Yeah, so there was not for us. There was a play that called The Front Page, and then they made a movie called The Front Page, and now this is basically another movie based on The Front Page. I read something. So is Hildy's a different gender in the? Yeah,
Hildy's a guy in the original, and there's another remake of The Front Page with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau, and I saw that after seeing this, and yeah, it's real weird when you're used to Hildy being a lady.
But the whole point of this is
the romance.
I took it right. Is Cary Grant and
that's
Rosalind Russell getting back together?
Just rewrote it. In the other thing, it's like he's you can't get. They wouldn't have done that back then, though.
Right.
But it was just like he's my best writer. I can't let him go, kind of thing.
I see.
There's no romance.
It's way funnier this way. I mean, I assume.
I agree. I think this actually works better with Hildy as a lady.
Yeah. Like they actually did a thing where like they had it. Howard Hawks had a showing of the two movies, so like to prove how fast his dialogue was
do-over style.
Yeah, like really right next to each other or whatever. It's just
and contrast.
My dialogue is faster there. See,
and contrast.
And contrast. Can you imagine? I feel like now everything is slower. And he even wanted, just like we said, like people talking over each other, like, hey, that's the way people talk.
Well, what he did in writing the script, and Cary Grant did like improvise a lot, but they wrote out the script kind of in two columns, and they would add sort of extra words at the beginning and the end of each sentence that didn't need to be heard if the other person could start while the other person was still talking, because those words would just be like, yeah, what do you say, Jack, or whatever, like just kind of trailing off.
It's a different tactic for sure. Yeah, and it doesn't.
We wouldn't be able to pull it off if it was a League Podcast Live.
Go ahead. Oh, you were going to say something? Oh no, don't worry, I'm not going to.
Is it yours? I read Dursin's part. Oh, that we switched those lines.
Right. All right. So, yeah, do we want to get into the plot? I want to say it's actually it was difficult because there's a lot going on in this movie.
There's a lot going on in this movie.
There is.
A few months ago, I watched like the first 20 minutes of this and kind of not knowing that we were going to do this, but I was just like, I was going to watch it. And like Stacy was watching it on like one of those like Tubi stations or whatever. So I started watching it, and then like I got through the first like newsroom scene, and I kind of had to turn it off and be like, I put my hand on the wall and I just like rested my head against it. I was like, whew, that was intense. But this time watching the whole movie and like seeing I think it's kind of a brilliant plot. I was like, is this whole, when I first watched the first 20 minutes, you're like, is this whole thing just like in the newsroom? Like, is this like a one camera, one room kind of thing? Like
Glengarry, Glen Ross kind of thing.
Yeah. So I was like, I need to take a break from this. But then, obviously this time I watched it all the way through.
At higher speed, apparently. No, just kidding.
A little bit of a higher speed.
So it was even faster.
And there's a colorized version.
Oh yeah, don't watch that one. That cuts out. I thought that cut out like little bits of the movie.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know that. I did watch it on Tubi actually. So that was black and white, and
it's in the public domain.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? It's kind of weird. A movie. So that means we could do it. Do you want to do a version of this? Why not?
We could do it MST3K style and like put it on YouTube. Watch along.
We could have done a watch along and actually put the whole thing.
They're talking over each other. We're talking over each other. It'd be really a great podcast to listen to.
All right. Well, so at the very beginning, there's this sort of title card it's like talking about news, newsrooms of old or whatever. And they're like, it's all about getting the story, not like today. And I was like, yeah, no shit. Now it's all fucking clickbait and bullshit out there. But it starts out in the busy press room, and Hildy comes in. So Hildy is Rosalind Russell, and she's quite a dish.
Yeah, she's got gams up to wherever, her neck.
Oh no, she's just got a pretty face on her. That one. She's asking for a meeting, and but she's
sharp as a tack, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, she has her husband to be.
A man,
Bruce.
Yes,
don't let me down, Bruce. Bruce is my dad's name, so I kept like perking up. And what's that?
So yeah, Bruce is all googly eyed. Like she's like, I'll only be 10 minutes. It's like, oh, even 10 minutes is a long time to be away.
Yeah, he's the biggest simp going.
Yeah, he's a simp. He's a simp cuck.
That's what I was gonna say. He's a beta cuck. Soy boy. But you might recognize him from the Wolfman. So go back and listen to our Wolfman episode.
Oh, who did he play in the Wolf? Oh, Ralph Bellamy, of course. But I forget who he was. Was he?
He was the guy kind of hunting down the Wolfman.
Oh, okay.
And later on,
trading places.
Like, yeah, look for him in the cab. He looks like that silver screen actor, Bill Bellamy, whatever. Bill Bellamy.
I know that's a weird sort of meta joke. Like you don't see that much.
They do two of them in this one when he refers to Archie Leach at one point, which is
the podcasters went nuts for that Easter egg when this movie came out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, when this came out, and it was all over the internet.
Yeah, it was a different time.
Yeah. She has her meeting with Cary Grant, who plays Walter Burns. So they're exes. She is his ex-wife, and as we said, she is going off to get married. They're going to honeymoon in Albany.
Of that newsroom, like she's like a really the best writer there.
Yeah, they all love her. Like, Hildy's back, So, but after things went sour, she left But she said it was only like a couple months. So she met.
Yeah, it was like 4 months or something.
Yeah. Now she's getting
married.
She
was in Bermuda.
Different time.
Yeah. Yep. Gotta get married before you go off to war.
Yeah. I guess so. So they talk about this guy. He's going to be hung back then. This is 1940. What was it? It wasn't set in 1940, was it? It came out.
I don't think they really say when it was set, but they're using those weird phones.
Yeah, well, those weird phones are awesome. But so I guess they still hung people. I don't know.
Where you don't have to dial anity.
Yeah, I love it. Get me the press room. Get me Walter Burns.
Well, I figured it was that they. I thought they had said something about how that like the press room went right to, like each phone went to the different newspapers.
Yeah,
or
there was like an operator or whatever. Yeah. I think, or whatever. Yeah, there's different phones. Anyway, so like so this guy like he's gonna get hung for murder because he killed a cop or whatever. So like they're like, oh, get the governor on the phone. They say, oh, he's fishing. He's like, how many places to fish are there? Well, at least 2, the Atlantic and the Pacific. I thought that was pretty funny. He's like, well, then that simplifies it. Anyway, so like it's like back and forth. We'll be like, oh, we'll support him for senator if we can get this, if we can get a word on this guy, because this guy's going to get a reprieve. The whole kind of point of it is that they want to say that this guy was insane, that he's not really a killer.
Earl Williams.
Earl Williams. So then he's like, we can't support it. We're a Democratic paper. And he says, well, after reprieve, we'll be Democratic again. So yeah, it's been 4 months. And he's like, oh, is it? And he said something about, you've been seeing me in your dreams or something like that. He's like, they had a rocky relationship because they both were trying to get that
newspaper
story.
people. Yeah. And on their honeymoon, there was a coal mine thing or something and that kind of stuff. And
yeah, something that destroyed their honeymoon, some story. So like, but yeah, he keeps like, he gets like a phone call and he pretends it's like somebody else, and he's like, oh, and the guy,
you can't do this to me.
Yeah, on the other end of the line, he's like, what are you, loony? So I think it's really funny. So anyway, so the point is he wants to get her to write this story on this guy because she was the best. And she's like, nah, I'm done and whatever. And the funny thing is like, so anyway, he's like, I want to meet this man. And he goes out and he talks to this old dude. And he's like, oh, Bruce, nice to meet you. And she's like, no, it's not him. He's like this really old guy. That's the guy.
He's like, well, who's he? And he's like, I'm whatever. And he's like, well, what are you doing here in my business? You should stay out of it.
Get out of here. And then, he's like, and then when the real guy, he's like, who are you? Anyway, so he's going to take them to lunch because he wants to meet him. I love it. Like, they like, Walter's giving it, Cary Grant, he's giving him a lot of shit. It's really funny. They sit in the same like chair because he like wants to sit next to Hildy and all that stuff. And it's really funny because they're like, oh, I'll get a roast beef sandwich. And they all get a roast beef sandwich. It's weird. He's like, bring some mustard.
Yeah, I don't usually go to any places that serve roast beef sandwich.
Yeah, right. And they're all smoking. Oh, except Bruce. He's too nice. He's a bit of a putz, actually. They don't portray him as very cool.
Yeah, he's kind of like a bumpkin, a country bumpkin.
Yeah, he's a cuck, as they say.
He's a mama's boy.
Yeah, that's right. So his mom, they're going to go to Albany and live with his mom and all that. And he's like, oh, well, how about that? That'll be nice. That's what he said. That'll be nice. And then when Bruce sells insurance and he's like, oh, how's that going for you? He's like, well, most people take it out early in life in Albany. And he says, I can see why they would.
Also, like, he's like, they're going to go stay with his mother. And he's like, oh, yeah, that sounds really good. That sounds really good.
Meanwhile, Hildy's like kicking him under the table. Then she actually kicks the waiter. And he's like, oh! They all get, well, not they all, but like, they get rum in their coffee, which I also thought was kind of a funny thing. Like, how about a little rum in it? Like, that sounds good.
Drink it on the job.
Yeah. So Walter spills a little bit on himself and goes like to clean it up. He tells the waiter, like, say that I've got a phone call so that he can call out to the newsroom, and he wants to stop the train that Hildy and Bruce are on. Like,
he's like, well, can we stop the train? He's like, we could dynamite it. He's like,
he says, can we?
Yeah, she's like, can we? He's like, oh, that's not going to work.
Yeah. So, and then he sends his best reporter on vacation so he can say like, oh, I need somebody to write this story. Yeah, the guy's Earl Williams.
He's always up to something.
So he tells the story, though, of why. So this guy, Earl, was laid off and like he was feeling down. And then like he would hang out in the park or whatever. So anyway, like he like overheard like crazy people in the park like talking or something. They're trying to say that he was insane. Anyway, but he shot a black cop who was like coming after him. And apparently they're like, oh, if we hang him, we get the black vote in this. Like, they're like, oh, the black vote is very important in this town. It's really weird. Although I have to admit, this is a different time, obviously, because they use the word colored.
Yeah. Also, you don't really see any black characters in this movie. So
nope, not in a lot of these.
Yeah, I know it's a little awkward to discuss this plot point in current time. So
done.
Wasn't us. That's it.
You
That's
could
it.
say. I mean, it's just as fact. I mean, there was black cops, and this is what the guy's going down for. We don't encourage people shooting any cops.
No,
You know?
nope.
Yeah, don't shoot anyone.
One.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
All right. I guess. So anyways, the whole point of the whole thing, so like they think if they publish the right story in the right way, tell the facts, that this guy he won't be hung. So like he's like, come on, Hildy, you can do it. You could tell the story the right way. And Bruce,
You're the best writer.
Yeah. And Bruce finally says, you're going to save a man's life. We'll take a later train.
They agree to it because Cary Grant also said he'll buy life insurance from Bruce.
Right.
Sort of as a part of the deal to ever come back.
Well, isn't that a fine? How do you do?
There is a funny thing, like, too, because when he told this, he's making up a story about the guy, his other best reporter that he said to go on vacation. He said, oh, yeah, Sweeney just had twins. And she says, oh, well, he was only married just 4 months ago. So Bruce said, so he couldn't have had twins. And like Walter just like looks over at him like he's the best looks. Anyways, so yeah, he's gonna take out insurance, and this whole thing back and forth with like, yeah, Bruce is gonna give Walter some life insurance and all that, and then there's like money. Like he's like, oh, give me all your money. It's like $500 or whatever, which comes into play like later. But anyway, so like I love this. So this is the first time they go up to the newsroom and all these guys are sitting around playing cards. It's like Abbott and Costello, the way they're all just like talking.
It's like a room full of Abbott and Costellos.
Yeah, right.
And these press guys have their own room in the police station.
Yeah, it's weird how, I guess, the power of the press, right?
If you look in the background, there's a bunch of drawings on the wall that are really odd, too.
Yeah.
So they must get bored.
Weird. Yeah, I guess so. After they've been busted out of the card game or something.
Yeah.
But I love it. They're talking, and one of the guys says, oh, we got some more slop on tomorrow's hanging. Slop. I just thought that was a funny word to use. And they're testing the gallows outside. So every once in a while you hear like, bang, and it's like they're making sure that hanging is going to work. And the guy yells, hey, keep it down there. And the cop yells, shut up.
Like
Totally like audio comic style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we learn about Williams, which I already kind of described, but yeah, so like they're going to try to get him off. So they show Walter getting a checkup for like insurance, and he's all good. And it's like, oh, who's your beneficiary?
Like the doctor is in the newsroom, and Bruce is there like filling out all his paperwork, and the doctor's like, he's fit as a fiddle. Then he makes him like breathe into his mouth or like something like that. Like he like breathes on him. He's like,
yeah. And
very weird. He's like, yeah, I'm fit as a fiddle. Give me the best insurance you got.
Yeah, and he says, well, who's your beneficiary? He's like, oh, well, Hildy was my beneficiary. He's like, well, I think I'll take care of Hildy. And then he kind of talked, like he gets all like serious. He's like, yeah, well, I really didn't treat her right and all that. And then Bruce gets all like sad. Anyway, so then he gets in like the check, and he calls Hildy, and she says, it's an old superstition. Most people put the checks in their hat. It's like, because she knows that Walt is going to like do something shady.
He's like a mark.
Yeah. And so he's shows this guy.
Cuck.
He is a simp cuck. So like Walter shows this guy. It's really funny. There's like a short guy. He's like pointing out to him while Bruce is on the phone with Hildy. And he had to like pick him up to look through the window and see him. It's really weird. He's like a little guy. So anyways, yeah, Hildy goes to interview Earl. He wanted, the
cool establishing shot here where he's in the
yeah.
Do you guys remember in like the Suicide Squad when Joker and Harley are like they're in like a cage? Inside.
I do remember
like
that.
One of those things.
Yeah,
Must
it
have
is
got it
kind
from there.
of interesting. So yeah, she like bribes her way in, and she's like, "Oh, is this your money?" It's pretty funny. It's like, oh. So he's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to kill anybody," and he kind of like us. He blames the world.
Well, the world does suck.
Yeah.
And then she's like, here, have a cigarette. And then he's like holding it and then he's like, oh, I don't smoke. Okay. Why'd you take it?
So there's this weird, thing where, because he had a gun and, something about, but was it product
for use? Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, product for use. So like that's what it is. Like,
I think
you know,
they
he
were
believes
like,
in-
I think that the people in the park were like, I don't know what you call it. I don't know if they were like socialists
Weirdos.
or something. They were like, it was like political activity. Like,
Right.
like somebody was like standing on a soapbox being like, this is what I think of blah, 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 blah. And she's like, so were you listening to those guys? And he's
It'd be
I
like a
don't know, I
Facebook
listened
group
a little bit.
for nuts
Yeah,
Yeah,
Facebook
right.
group for which
person.
just existed like in the park, like Boston Common or something, you know, like he's like, oh, I was unemployed, so I just went to the park. And then he just saw the Facebook group over there talking about product for use, product for use, product for use over here.
Yeah, so he was just sort of influenced, like sort of it just sort of got in his
And
head.
she's
you
kind of
know?
influencing him to say that
Yeah,
too.
well, he's kind of like a nerd. Like he's pretty
he's-
easily influenced. By
yeah. He's also a
So-
cuck simp.
He's none too smart, this guy.
Yeah,
No.
they said
Well, he
everything
did
should be
do
made
it,
use
right?
of.
Did he shoot
Yeah.
the guy?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, okay, he did do it.
right. I mean, that's why we'll get there. But like at the end, it's kind of like, I mean, maybe he shouldn't be hung, but like they do take him away. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Wait
product
till
for
we'll get
use.
there.
Product for use.
Yeah.
Whatever that
So,
means.
anyways, so we go back to the guys.
Like a glass that you drink out of is made to be used to drink
Right,
out of.
Right.
And a gun, so a gun is used.
So a gun is meant to be
shoot.
fired. Yeah.
To
Yeah.
be shoot. Okay.
Yeah. To be shooted.
To be shooted. Yeah.
Yeah, product for use.
So we go back at the guys are in the newsroom. They're all playing cards again, and they're talking about Walter and Hildy or something. I give their marriage 6 months. One of the guys says. So this woman Molly comes in. So Molly was this girl who like met with Earl and like sort of took him to her place like the day before the shooting. So like she doesn't know him, but they're trying to kind of like she just felt bad for him.
I was wondering if she was a lady of the night or something.
Right.
It's
I
not
think
really
it's-
clear.
No,
Her
but-
character, that whole
Yeah, I don't
part to
think
me
so.
was not really clear. Where she comes in, starts yelling at them about stuff, and
Well, I think they're trying to pass her off as a lady of the night because it makes
Yeah, okay.
Earl look like someone
well, it
who would
worked.
hire a
I
lady
started
of the night.
wondering.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Power of the
And
press,
like,
right
yeah,
there.
they're like your boyfriend. And she's like, he's not my boyfriend. I just brought him in for the night because he was lonely and tired, and you guys are just so awful.
Right. And then, Hildy kind of takes her out. And it's like, hey, it's okay. But the guys kind of feel bad. But then Hildy gets a call from Bruce, and she's like, you're where? And then she runs off. And then this is the part I thought was really weird. The sheriff, who becomes like a big character, he walks in. He's got tickets for the hanging. Tickets? What?
Hey,
Yeah, they still do that, by the way, for
Like,
executions
for
and stuff.
Executions? Oh my god.
Yeah, because there's like only so many people that fit in the thing, and it's like, you know how you can go to like the courthouse and watch a trial. It's like, so he has tickets to give to the press because he knows they're going to cover it, but then there's like a certain number of witnesses that can also be there that are like publicly available because it's a public execution. I don't know why I know so much about executions, but I do. Put that in your
it's
pipe and smoke.
All right.
It's a good thing we had
Some
you on the show
knowledge.
tonight.
Knowledge drop from Clay and Ferno. So Bruce is in jail for stealing a watch, which was planted on him by the shady guy that Walter like lifted up.
Yeah, like he's like definitely like a gangster kind of guy.
Yeah. Walter knows some shady people. So like he's like, oh, I've lost my wallet. And anyways, so they go to, like back to the press room. The guys are like reading what Hildy was typing in there. So it's kind of like, and then he's like, yeah, now I give it 3 months. I thought that was pretty funny. After he said he gave it 6.
She's a newspaper man.
Yeah,
It's in her blood.
They keep saying she's a newspaper man. So like she calls Walter and gives him the business about getting Bruce thrown in jail. And she's like, you have no interview and no story. And she rips up the article or whatever. She's taking his check for the insurance and whatever. There was some kind of like, the sheriff was talking to this doctor who's supposed to say that Earl is insane. And they're just talking that he says, oh, I forgot you were there or something like that. He forgot like Earl was there. It's really strange.
He's like, can I go back to
like-
my cell now? Or something?
Yeah. He's
I'm
such, like,
tired.
It's not my fault. So then like Hildy's she's about to storm out because she's mad at Walter. And then there's gunfire. And like they say, like they pick up the phone, all this. It's like jailbreak. And so Earl escaped. Now Hildy's in it, so she can't leave now because she wants to find out what's going on. So she calls Walter again and tells him that Earl escaped. So she's on the case. So
Well, also that scene with the doctor, they were sort of reenacting the crime too, right? And
well, we get to that. Yeah, we find out that that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind. We'll
this
get
is what
there.
happened. No, I mean it's in a couple minutes, but yeah. So Hildy runs after this guy who I guess we had seen. I don't remember, but like he was the warden, and she like tackles him in the street. So what happened is Earl, he shot his way out and escaped through the skylight. And then nobody knows where he got the gun. And then so the sheriff comes in, and there's this guy on the phone, one of the guys, I forget all their names right now, but he's one of the reporters, and talking about like a tear bomb. And they're like, what's that? The criminals cry for it. And he's talking about I guess they're like, it's like bad press for the sheriff. And he says, yes. And this one guy who was injured by the tear bomb, he's like, he married the sheriff's niece. The very homely one, you remember? Or he calls it the homely dame. He even calls it the very homely dame. The very homely dame. Yeah.
Different time.
Yeah. But yeah, like you're saying, it's kind of political. Like it has to do with getting the mayor and the sheriff and the governor.
The right arrest at the right time.
Right.
Before the election kind of thing. Yeah. All the shit that they do now.
I know, right? Different time, but...
different, but the same. And contrast.
And history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and if they had AI back then, they would have been making all sorts of weird AI pictures and videos about what was happening.
It's true. So Hildy comes in, she gets on the phone and says, get me Walter Bones. So she gives him the exclusive because she paid the
Walter Bones, please.
Yeah. Walter, I got and this is where she says she's got a story. It's a pip. She says. So first she paid off the warden with the $450 that Walter paid for his insurance thing or whatever. So she doesn't have any money left. But anyway, so yeah, the doctor wanted to reconstruct the crime to test Earl's coordination. So the sheriff gave him the gun.
Gave him a loaded gun, which makes total sense.
It seems like that's something that would happen in real life now.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Here, use this one. I mean, it's just so stupid.
Here, hold on. Let me load it for you. There you go.
Yeah.
Take the safety off. All right. Now point it at me.
So then Earl took the gun and shot the doctor in the classified ad, which I thought was a weird way to describe. But he's okay. So it's not like he murdered somebody else.
And she's like doing like the one side of the phone conversation where you can't hear the other side. And she goes, yeah, hold on. I'm going to get there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
right in the class vault. Oh, yes. You know what I mean? It's like kind of like staccato delivery because you don't hear like Walter on the other end.
Yeah. And meanwhile, like Bruce is still downstairs. He's like waiting in a cab for her. And then like, she's like, I need the money so we can get out of here or whatever. And
yeah,
Walter's
this whole time they're supposed to get that 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and now it's 6 o'clock. Like train
they
to
keep
go
pushing
to
the train back.
Albany. You know, this is all like after lunch, but before the train ride.
Yeah, this is all
it's
happening
like all
within
under
like
a
a very
deadline.
small window. So then Walter is like in the newsroom, and there's like this hot dame behind him, and he tells her, hey, there's a guy down there. This is when he says, he looks like Ralph Bellamy. He's like, have a Mr. Flop with you or something like that. I forget. He used the word flop. So she is a lady of the night, and she's going to make it look like Bruce picked her up. So another scam by Walter to get it.
He keeps getting Bruce in a ton of trouble, getting him arrested and shit, like all the time.
I know. So, and then he tells his guy.
At no point is Bruce like, I wonder why I keep getting, you know what I mean?
Bruce,
like it doesn't dawn on him at all.
He's not like,
he believes in the kindness of people, that he couldn't believe someone would stoop that low.
So and then he tells Hildy, or he tells his guy Louis, that's kind of scummy guy. He's like, yeah, give Hildy $450 in counterfeit money. So anyway, now Bruce calls Hildy. He's been arrested again.
He's like, with the counterfeit money too, with the gangster guy. He's like, I need $450 in counterfeit money. He's like, oh, I guess. he's like,
I don't really
do you
care.
have that on you? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He has it on him.
So when Bruce calls Hildy again, and he's been arrested for mashing, they call it. Which I never heard that one before.
I don't know.
Mashing.
What does that mean?
I assume it's prostitution, right? Or whatever.
Probably couldn't say prostitution back then, so you'd have to say something else.
Like, because that woman that Walter sent down, like, made it look like that he was like. But I love they call it mashing. Anyway,
I like when they refer to her as the albino woman too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She is blonde. I think he says, yeah, yes, she's very blonde. Like, because Hildy knows exactly what's going on. So then, like, the mayor comes in, and the sheriff, and all. It's like they're all. This is where it's all like gets kind of political and whatever. And this guy comes in. They say, "Yeah, Williams is insane." It's like, oh, they got Williams. And then there's this guy who comes in. So like this guy actually is like the whole. His name is Pettibone, I think, or something like that.
Pettibone.
Is that? Yeah,
That sounds about right.
Pettibone. He comes in and
He's like he's Laurel and Hardy all in
mushed
one
together.
too.
Yeah, right.
In a transporter outfit.
He's also got kind of a
Transporter
Groucho
accent.
Marx almost kind of look to him. He's got like a mustache and like that hair.
He keeps talking about his wife.
Yeah, so
And
he comes in.
This is like this whole scene is like who's on first.
It is, but it's pretty funny because he plays it really well. So he comes in and he's got the letter that says the guy is insane. Like they can't hang him.
His
for
reprieval.
murder. It's the reprieve. Yes, exactly. So then they
From
come
the
in and they're like, "You never came in here," and he's like, "Yes, I did."
They're trying to bribe him.
Yeah, the mayor wants the guy to hang so he can get that black vote. Anyway, so yeah, he's like, and they're like, all right, so, but it was really funny. Yeah, he's like, you never came in. He's like, yes, I did. Remember? And it's like, it's so goofy.
And then he's like, I'll get you a new job. How much do you make? He's like $40 a week. I'll give you $350 a month. And you can be a city sealer. He's like, well, I don't want to be a city sealer.
Yeah.
Whatever the city sealer does.
I got to ask my wife. We just moved to the suburbs or something like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll take care of your wife too. Oh, really? Well, we'll pay for all expenses. You can move to the city. And well, my wife is like, my kids have just started school. And he's like, well, we'll take care of that too. And he's like, really? It's like really funny.
He's such a goof.
And so fast. This all happens in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. So, like, the mayor's like, all right, no, he tells the sheriff, tell your cops to shoot to kill. $500 for the person who kills Earl Williams. So then, anyway, yeah, Louis comes in. He gives Hildy the counterfeit money. She's like, all right, now give me Bruce's wallet, too. Because earlier he said he couldn't find his wallet. And he's like, what are you talking about there? But then he...
Did the gangster guy, like, lift it from him?
Yeah.
Or something? Somebody pickpocketed him, but
Yeah, so then he's
seemed
like,
like
all right,
that
I
was
want
off
you
screen.
She's like kind of like telling him like, why don't you go down and tell the cops that you were the one who put the watch on him and everything like that. And then he just runs. I think it's kind of the whole time.
It's like being like a little kid, just run.
Yeah, it's like So anyway, so Hildy's like alone in the newsroom and Earl just comes through the window and he's got his gun and he's all like nervous and he's like, oh, I don't want to. And then like he shoots at birds outside. And so he's like, oh, I shot all the shells. So she just takes the gun from him. And she like shuts all the doors and like in the shades and everything like that. And she's like, oh, they'll know you're here. He's like, oh, I just want to go back. It's like the Wolfman there. He's like, I just want to die. And then she tells him to shut up, too. I love like how people use that in movies a lot. Shut up. So then she calls Walter, like, I need you to get down here and whatever. And then she hangs up on Bruce. Bruce was like on the phone and she hangs up on him. And then this is where it gets very hectic. It's as if it wasn't already, but Molly comes in and she's like, oh, I want to see Earl and all the reporters. And they hide Earl in this roll top desk. And he basically spends most of the rest of the movie in there. It's kind of funny. So, they're all open in the shades and stuff. They don't even notice that he shot like through the window. But then a funny thing. And so Bruce's mom shows up and she's mad because like, all this is, her son has now been sent to jail a couple times and all that. And they're supposed to meet her up in Albany or whatever, but she's like, there's some kind of murderer. And they're all like, so you do have a murderer. And Molly, like, I don't even know what. So she's freaking out, and then she jumps out the window.
Yeah, that part's weird. And
I know.
it seemed like it was about to get really dark there for a minute, but she doesn't die.
Yeah.
So
Like, oh, she's fine. Yeah, all right.
But she's like telling how
get her out of there.
She's telling all the newspaper men how awful they are. They like hope they get struck by lightning and stuff because they're like just because all of those to go back to the newspaper part and the hashtag fake news, like when they do have all those different telephones and like the one reporter like calling in the story, like everybody has their own like everybody's got their own angle. They have their own spin on it. You know what I mean? So they're like saying this is what happened and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and,
they're all yeah. It's like kind of the truth, but they're putting a sensational spin on each one. You got to sell papers,
right?
The papers,
right. The papers. So Walt does come in finally, and and Bruce's mom is there, and he tells her to shut up. There's a lot of shutting up. I love it. I kind of like it. Shut up.
Telling them,
and then he tells
and the
Louis,
mom is totally like when you would have like a mother-in-law like on I don't know the Flintstones or something like has like a big like mink stole and where's my son kind of thing.
Son. Yeah, so then like he has Louis just like carry her out. She picks her up on his shoulders and he puts like a scarf or something in her mouth. Like it's really funny. So then Walter and Hildy are like left alone and they sort of cook up this whole scheme. And he's like, it'll be the biggest story in years and all that stuff. It's like, it's going to make you. And this is what their relationship is kind of in a way. But then Bruce comes in and he's like, where's Mother? And they're like, oh, she left. Where'd she go? Oh, she couldn't say because he had the scarf. That was pretty funny. So then, like, this is one of those scenes that they were talking about with like three people are talking at once, and like you can't really even make sense of any of it, but it's just pure chaos because Bruce is there, Hildy's on like the phone, and Walter's on the phone, and it's pretty funny.
Is this
Bruce
where Walter
leaves.
is Walter is trying to rearrange the take this and put this on the front page and take this out.
He's trying to like do the whole page. Yeah, he's like, tear up the front page. We got this, the Williams.
He's like, oh no, the rooster, that's a human interest story. Keep that.
Yeah. So Bruce finally says, I'm leaving.
He's like, take Hitler and stick him on the funny page. They're talking about like all the different things that are happening like in the world.
I know, this is 1940s. Hitler was, it was released in 1940s. Anyway, Bruce is getting on the 9:00 train to Albany. He out.
Finally. Jeez.
So then Louis comes back in and he's all like disheveled and whatever and torn up and everything. And Walter says, where's the old lady? And he's like, oh, there was a crash. The cops were everywhere because there's a $500 reward for whoever brings in Earl, I guess. And they crashed and they were like, is she dead? He didn't know where it happened.
Yeah. Also, it got pretty dark with that too. I was like, "Whoa, is she dead?" Like that's fucked up. Yeah. Like I didn't say that. I'm not going to stick around. Think I'm going to stick around with all those coppers out there?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. And Hildy's like, oh, I feel responsible, but she only feels bad for like a few seconds. But I guess
because she's a newspaper man.
She's got a story to file.
Yeah. So there's some more yelling into phones, and I love it. Walt finally, he like slams on the phone and he says, diabetes. He says, last time I hired someone with a disease or something like that, which is a little personal, a little triggering.
Are you okay? Did you make it through?
Yeah, good. So he's like, all right. So he's like, go get some guys who can carry this desk because Williams is still in the desk, which is at one point he opened it. He's like, how you doing there? Got enough air? And he's like, well, not really. And he just kind of waves his hand in front. He's like, there you go. Just a little more.
There's a lot of fun, like, hand acting that Cary Grant does through this whole thing. Like the thing with the breath and just like kind of like, then there's the infamous Get Out GIF.
That's my favorite
on Twitter.
Mrs. Elder and I do that all the time. Get out. And then even he does like a feminine like little old me like shaking his hand in front of himself like little old me kind of thing.
Great hand acting.
Speaking of hands, he also
Hand acting.
he tells him when he hits the desk 3 times that he can
3
come.
times. He's like, that's me. So anyway, a bunch of the press guys and the sheriff all come in, and they kind of like grab Hildy, and the gun falls out of her pocket, and the sheriff says something like, "Oh, well, I ought to know my own gun." They were
Dun,
like,
dun,
"What?"
dun. It's the literal smoking gun. Well, not
Literally,
smoking,
yeah, right.
well,
So then they're all like, "All right," but he's like, "We're gonna impound this property, everything." He's like, "Even the desk?" He's like, "Yeah." So Walter thinks like, "This is my way to get the desk out of here. They'll just carry it out." Yeah. So he's
like, let's see you try. I'd like to see you take this desk out of here.
And then Bruce's mom comes back up. She's got a cop with her. She says, "That man," and she, pointing at Walter, she's like, he kidnapped me and whatever, and they're harboring a murderer. And Walt's like, "We're not," and he pounds on the desk 3 times, and Earl goes do do do, like he hits back. And they're like, so they just carry Earl out. Like, that's it. Like, Earl is gone. Like, wait,
there's a weird ending to his story.
Did he get hung or not?
No, he doesn't because of what happens in a minute.
It's the whole story.
Well, yeah, you're right. So they cuff Hildy and Walter together. They're going to arrest them. And the mayor comes in and they're going to send them to jail or whatever. And then that guy, Pettibone, comes back and he's like, "I didn't want that job. Here's the reprieve."
Here's a reprieve. I had a stroke.
What? Yes. So they let them go, and that's it. It's like, Earl gets his reprieve. He's not insane. And then Walter says to Hildy, "All right, well, you better get going and catch Bruce. He's going to be on that 9:00 train." And she's like, "What?"
I thought we had something going here.
Yeah, but then the phone rings. Now Bruce has been arrested for having counterfeit money. So Hildy starts crying, and he's like, "Oh, what are you crying for, baby?
You never cried before."
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you were sending me away. Like you didn't love me." He's like, "All right, send Louis with some honest money to bail out Bruce and send him to Albany. And they're going to stay and they're going to get married.
And go to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, she wants the honeymoon in Niagara Falls. But there's a strike in Albany. All right, I guess we got to do that too. It's on the way, they say.
Well, that's how we did it when we went on our honeymoon, you and I.
That's right. We went to Niagara
the almost
Falls.
ex-Mrs. Elder. Yeah, we went to Niagara Falls and Albany.
Well,
so
we
is
did it the other way,
is
right?
it clear to
so.
the listener here that what happens is that Hildy decides to ditch Bruce and that they are getting back together?
Yes.
And that they are the ones on the honeymoon. This kind of seemed like it was skipped over.
Oh, well, I guess you're right.
They are the ones getting married, not her and Bruce.
All right,
Just to be
maybe
clear,
I wasn't clear
for the
on
listener.
that.
Well,
For the
Bruce is
listener.
going to go find the Wolfman in the following year.
Yeah, he does. And
Bruce
they're both going to be up there together like, I just want to die.
Well, Earl will be up there with them, I guess. He wants to die, yeah.
That's the team up I didn't know I wanted until right now. The Wolfman and Earl.
The Wolfman and Earl, I like that. That sounds like a TV show, like Hardcastle
Yeah.
McCormick or something like that. You remember that?
The Wolfman and Earl are driving around in like a red Ferrari or whatever, Lamborghini.
Oh, wait, what was the other one? Scarecrow and Mrs. King, I think was the one I was thinking of. Do you remember?
That
and the
had Tron in it.
Oh,
The guy who was Tron. Bruce,
all right.
Bruce, however you say his last name.
I used to
Was he
tape.
Mrs. King?
I think so.
Who was that? Did you say Bruce?
I used to
What's that
tape
your
the
name?
Scarecrow and Mrs. King for my uncle that lived in Japan because he couldn't get live American TV. So I would tape it on VHS and send it to Japan so he could watch it.
Wow. And my Mrs. King story is when I was 5 years old, I was obsessed with Kate Jackson when she was on the Charlie's Angels. So I used to cut pictures of her out of magazines.
Wow.
So that's a little weird, but I was 5. What do you want?
I don't think it was that weird. Back then, you couldn't just Google pictures of her. I mean, if you had a picture of a magazine, that's the only thing
there was a lot of effort to go through finding pictures of Kate Jackson. Anyway, back to the story of this
His
movie.
Girl Friday is, so, and I guess, that Walter's going to treat her better. I assume, because he had that
Maybe.
moment where he was like,
yeah, they're going to go on a honeymoon. She's going to be like the editor or the head writer again.
The newspaper man that she's meant to
Yeah,
be. Because that was another thing they only hinted at. Right. They kind of hinted at it a little bit, but basically that like she was going to marry Bruce and just become like a housewife, essentially, right? Like, and
yeah, that's when she was talking to the reporters, and she's like, says that thing about the castor oil. She's like, I'm going to be a woman.
But he says to her, "You're a newspaper man." She's like, "Well, I want to be a woman."
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh yes. My farewell to the news. I have it right here. My farewell to the newspaper game. I'm gonna be a woman, not a news getting machine. I'm gonna have babies and take care of them and give them cod liver oil and watch their teeth grow out. And oh dear, if I ever see one of them newspapers again, I'm gonna brain them.
It's funny. Yeah, she says like, I'm going into business for myself. Yeah, that was a good one, Clay. Like, I'm going into business for myself. Like, what are you doing? Getting married. Like, that was what you did. So it's like, it's good to, different time and all that. Women, but
she has another great line too. It's like, I'm gonna walk right up to you and hammer that monkey skull of yours till it rings like a Chinese gong. That was another funny thing.
A lot of her, there's a lot of ad libbing, but she wasn't as good at it. So she hired her own private writer without telling anyone. And somehow Cary Grant, Cary Grant figured it out. And so each day on the set, once he knew, he's like, "So what have you got for us today?" So
apparently, Cary Grant introduced Rosalind and Russell, who they were friends, introduced her to her husband.
Right.
Well, that's weird that they were married and he introduced them afterwards.
No, wait, they were married?
No, I was making a bad joke, but I didn't quite like. They were already married, and Cary Grant introduced it to like they didn't know they were married. And cut this part out. The joke is dying. I need to hire my own writer.
They can't all be firecrackers.
I didn't fully form it when it was coming out of my mouth.
That was a real tip.
Firecrackers.
Well, there was some good dialogue, and I don't know what was written and what was improvised, but obviously the two of them did have good rapport, although they never worked together again. Apparently this was the only film they did together, Cary Grant and Rosalind and Russell. Yeah, a shame because they had good chemistry.
But she was like sixth choice for this role, and
really?
I think it ended up being the perfect choice. So I'm glad that the other actresses didn't take the part.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. What do we think of this movie? There, see, you got a letter grade for me. Who wants to go first? Anyone? Any takers?
Here.
I'll
go first.
All right, let's hear from you.
Me. I enjoyed this film quite a bit. It is fast-paced.
Well, you ought to. You're the one that suggested we do it, for golly's sake.
I did, and you did it, kind of together in a weird way.
Yeah, I guess you could say we teamed up on that, huh?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna just talk normal. You could keep.
He's done.
I'm trying.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be the and contrast part of the conversation.
Okay, you give your opinions, and I'll give the color commentary from the peanut gallery. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Anyway, I'm gonna give it an A. I enjoy the fast-paced dialogue. It's just a lot of fun, and you'll find something new in it with each viewing. And Howard Hawks was talking about the original play, and he was like, "Listen to this, how great this dialogue," and like at a party or something, and he's like, "Just listen to how great this dialogue is when you just hear it." And he had, a man playing Cary Grant's part, and then just happened to be a woman, asked her to read Hildy's part, and that was when he was like, let's gender swap the roles. It works even better. You can put it works for even better. You can put a romantic angle on that there.
You did it.
Yeah, all right. That was like I caved. So,
that's fine.
I give it an A. Cary Grant's great. Everyone's just great. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
200,000 words a minute or something like that.
Is that what it is?
It was something like I forget. I don't remember. Someone said it was X amount, and then it turned out to actually be more per minute than they had originally thought.
Good Lord.
So yeah, that's my. I didn't even have to give it as a movie rating. It's this. As an enjoyment rating, it's this. It's the same A's all across the board for me. Thank you. I'll stand over here now. I'll take my answer off the air.
If you want me to just give you, I'm not just going to go against you in any way. But according to this, what I'm reading down, so the normal rate of verbal dialogue in most films is around 90 words a minute. In His Girl Friday, the delivery has been clocked at 240 words a minute. So
yeah, then I heard, that someone said it actually was like 380 or something. Oh
my God!
I can't.
Well,
don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that, buddy.
There are 9 scenes with at least 4 words per second.
My goodness!
I can't even think 4 words per second. All I know how to do is make cold cereal and toast.
Charlie Brown. All right, so what do you say, Clayford? Are you next, or do you want me to go? I can go.
Why don't you go?
Hey, watch, step up to the plate and take a swing there, buddy.
I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed watching it. I'm going to knock it down slightly, and it's funny because it doesn't really matter, but the whole, it was hard for me to follow what, the political, there was only a little bit in the middle where you're like, wait, what? Who's this guy? The mayor, the sheriff?
It's kind of set up in some minor dialogue earlier in the film.
Right.
So I can see why, yeah.
Maybe it's just the way I was trying to, I wasn't just sitting
notes.
down and watching it. I'm taking notes and we can have shit to talk about and whatever. And I'm just like, wait, what? But I mean, I shouldn't knock it for that, I guess, because in the end, it doesn't matter. The whole thing is Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell. And you kind of know they're going to get back together because that's just the way movies are. It's funny. It's really funny. I mean, all that stuff that he's trying to do to throw a monkey wrench into their plans. And to her, it's funny because she knows that that's what's happening. It's obvious. She knows that Walter is doing this, but she still can't. She still loves him, and she loves being a reporter, and she loves that lifestyle. So, yeah, Bruce was never gonna win. That poor fool.
That poor sap.
So I guess I'm going to just say B+. I think I'll just go B+. I mean, just still a very good grade. And I recommend sit down and watch this movie. See, and don't take.
You can find it anywhere.
Just watch it, enjoy it. It's on Tubi and everywhere
else.
In
the public domain.
It's in the public domain. You can make your own. Go make your own. Good time.
Put your own Mickey Mouse in it. Who cares?
It has to be a Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. So
that's correct. Okay.
All yours. The floor is yours there, Clay.
Oh, thank you. I'll take that gavel from you, sir. So in all seriousness, this movie,
you gotta play this at 5 times speed.
No, this is a really fun movie. As I said before in my preamble, when I started to watch it, I got kind of caught up and was like, I don't know if I can finish this movie. Arsenic and Old Lace was kind of like a play filmed, just kind of one set. I mean, it was an elaborate set with an upstairs and a downstairs and everything. So I kind of had this idea that it was all going to be in the newsroom. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can get into that. But then when I, sat another 10 minutes into it to watch it this time and saw there was actually a little bit of intrigue. And I agree with you, Dursin, the political sort of hit, or maybe I would expect there to be some sort of twist and the guy was innocent, they had the wrong guy or something, just kind of how we're used to TV or entertainment now, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I did what John said, I did kind of follow along with what was going on, but I didn't exactly know that. I think it's very simple. It's something about the mayor's race, and he wants to be reelected, and he's a Democrat or something, and it's just around election season, and it's kind of a conspiracy between the law enforcement in the mayor's office, and all of that stuff I kind of gleaned, and I'm not even sure that what I just said was right. That's a little confusing. You know what I mean? It's a little confusing, but in the end, I guess, just to echo what you said, it doesn't really matter. It's it's a funny thing, and it all does, like, all the beats make sense. You know, it's a good movie. Very funny. I think that, you know, like in the along with all this dialogue, like with the editing and stuff, it has to like really be like on point. So, you know, the story does totally make sense, even though it might not make sense to us because we're like 100 years away from it or whatever. But
Right.
I also just think that I would probably give this movie an A. It's very funny. Cary Grant, very awesome.
He did
actor.
it again.
He done did it again. You know, I just, yeah, I had a really fun time watching it, and especially like, you know, you go to think of like how it could influence like your own writing or something like that. It's like if you have to write some dialogue or something, like if you write comic books, you could have people like talking over each other and stuff like that. I'm sure this movie is very influential on a lot of people, including anybody who's ever written Lois Lane, for sure. So yeah, right. I give it an A as well.
Actually, it's kind of funny. I mean, I don't know how much. It seemed like there was a portion, and probably not that long. The movie's only like 90 minutes, but like Cary Grant is like not in it that much.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
It's really
chunk.
it's Hildy's movie, really, and Cary Grant's
absolutely.
Walter Burns is sort of more, secondary, really, to it.
Well, he's kind of like what is the name for like a character? He's like the focus, but not really in it all the time. I don't know, like a background kind of thing. I mean, like he's the main
surrogate
guy, something like that. Yeah, sure, go with that.
I don't know,
but like, you know what I mean? Where like the action revolves around him for the most part, but yeah, and Hildy is the one doing all the real stuff. So I think that's the technical term for that, right? Stuff.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
you went to
also,
film school.
Yeah, the fact that like, I mean, it is obvious that you're like, oh, like they're gonna get back together. Like when that moment came right at the end of the movie, I did kind of like feel the emotion of it. I was like, oh, because he's even still like going like, oh, you're gonna go up there to Albany, you're gonna do your thing up there, and then she starts to cry.
It's the state capital, you know.
Yeah, like that. Right. I felt that, and I was like, "Oh, good for them. Oh, they're gonna get back together." You know what I mean? I was like, "Pip, pip, pip, pip." You know what I mean? I felt the emotion of it. It was good.
I suppose for a second you could almost think like he's trying to do the right thing finally. You know, like even though he screwed them up like at every turn, he was trying like, well, I guess you should go. You know, like he felt kind of bad. You know, like
yeah. Like
but then when moral, she said, "No, I want to be with you," then he was fine with it. But like, you know,
yeah. Like the moral, like good guy thing to do is like be like, yeah, I didn't, you know, we already tried this. We already went around this rodeo, this merry-go-round one other time. You know, how are things gonna be different? I want to go to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, but like I say about when we do a lot of these old movies, it does just kind of like the end, you know, like it's always kind of quick. There's no like showing them on the train.
There's no epilogue
in this movie, but there's no epilogue. Yeah, there's no like
Samuel L. Jackson coming in and being like, this is your this is your next.
We're assembling a team.
Yeah, although
a newspaper team. See, bunch of newspaper men. You got it.
In a way, though, like when they that little last line of dialogue is almost like that because they're like, because he's on the phone is like, oh, I guess they're just strike on the way up there, so we got to cover that for the newspaper. Like that is kind of like a little post-credit scene in a way, you know, in your mind of your mind.
So in His Girl Friday 2, the strike.
Strike quick, strike deadly.
Strike. The Albany strike. You know, so. That's what would happen today, I suppose. But
it's always nice to do these old movies.
It is. There's something kind of nice. Like they wrap it up in a little bow, and that's the end. Like, you know, that's it. So
I'm always like, ooh, look at the hand painted sign on the door that says Parrot Breast Room. Like everything was like, and that, you know, that roll desk probably even without the guy in it, was like fucking 500 pounds. It's like made out of walnut.
Yeah.
Like would cost you like $10,000 to buy a new one of those that Nick Offerman made or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
it's like really fucking, everything was like solid and like the good old days.
Yeah, right. Imagine
Not like the
Earl
IKEA
could
crap.
fit in it too. That was like, or IKEA crap. I mean, Earl only added probably about 85 pounds to that 500-pound desk because
He's a small fella.
Little.
You dumb idiot. Stupid Earl.
Well, I don't know. He didn't know. Why don't they even give him a reprieve? I mean, it's weird. I mean, he did shoot the guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, he's insane. That's why.
Yeah, maybe it's like equivalent to like an insanity plea as opposed to like, premeditated murder or something like that. Yeah.
It's the product by use or whatever.
Or they would probably, and he would probably be better off if he was in the regular justice system, because back then they would probably send him to like a sanitarium and fucking drilled out part of his brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Shutter Island.
Yeah.
Shut up,
Shock
Island.
treatment for you. Shut up. Where's the old lady?
Shut up.
You're so crazy. I'm going to send you to Shut Up Island. Get out.
Right.
I'm doing this to you guys right now because you're in my Zoom
doing
workspace.
the hand gesture.
Get out. Yeah, get out. Get out.
Well, that's some wonderful hand acting, Clay. I have to admit.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Check this one out.
You're up there with Cary.
Hey.
Yeah. You don't know if I was doing the jerk off or the blow job. You don't know which one I was doing. Maybe I was doing both.
I think you were doing both.
I was doing both.
Get out.
I can't tell if you're joking.
Oh, good hand acting, John. That was like perfect.
You can't tell if I'm doing your finger up your ass or if I'm pointing to tell you to get out.
No, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's get out. It's get out. I closed my eyes. I saw it. Get out.
It is a pretty good gif. Yeah.
In a I pictured John in a well sponged suit.
Oh yeah, naturally. It only took 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Yep.
You know what's funny is like a week after we did that podcast about North by Northwest and we kept making jokes about sponge, and I was watching a YouTube channel and there was a guy answering questions and one of them was about sponging suits, and he's like, well, people don't really do that anymore, and that made me a little sad.
Why? I mean, is it like fabric is different or what?
It's just that no one wears suits, really.
Well, I guess that's true.
It's not a lot of call for it.
I feel like if you did, sponging them is not a way to. Maybe they like if you take it to the dry cleaner.
Like a dry cleaning is like a real cleaning, I guess. Sponging is more like to get a couple spots or stains out, But also, his suit was pretty messed up after getting crop dust and stuff dropped on it.
Dusted, so that's a cleaning technique that would work for his particular dirty.
He would say how much to dust and then sponge and press. 20 minutes. That's a good
25, maybe.
Yeah, 25 minutes.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, go.
This is part of the Cary Grant cinematic universe. They're all tied together in some way.
Well,
Dursin, I just when you said go listen to our North by Northwest episode, I pictured the hand acting you were doing, which was to get out. But go listen.
Go over there. Yes, go. There's something about his face and the hat and the suit, everything. The way it is excellent. I'm gonna have to use that GIF more often.
I believe it's GIF.
All right. That's
all right, Walter.
Get out.
Shut up is what I have to say to
that. Hey, I just want to go back to
jail. I suppose we could talk more if you wanted to about some of the political ramifications or whatever about that movie, but I don't.
But why do we want to open that can of worms?
I don't.
I don't know. I mean, it was like a good, John worked in the papers. I like, we're all writers and, things like that. It was just kind of like, it was a different time when newspapers was how you got the news. And they were like telling the
2
guy,
editions a day.
The warden or whatever, they were like, oh, why can't you make it 5 a.m. instead of 7 a.m. so we can get it in the city edition? like stuff like that.
Right.
That was kind of cool. A throwback.
It's interesting, and it is. All right, I'll say it, even though I said I wasn't going to get into it. But it's sad because news is so like you can't get just straight okay, what are the facts?
Well,
You know
even
what I mean?
even that's what is happening here when they're all talking to their editors on their direct lines and stuff. So it's always been a thing.
Right. That's true. But it seems, I don't know, maybe the fact that
it's worse now, but
right.
I'm assuming. I don't know. I wasn't alive then.
I remember, it's like the New York Times. I guess it probably still is, but I don't know. It's like considered the paper,
the paper of record. They call it
the paper of record. That's right. And but everything else, it's oh, now Fox News isn't even news. Why do they even call it? I mean, it's awful. It's such a different.
They
world.
technically call it entertainment. They don't even call themselves. Right. It's called Fox News, but they all their paperwork says that it's an entertainment channel.
Yeah. I mean, right? I mean, it's just.
But you have Maury Povich to thank for.
Now. MS Now.
Yeah. I mean, it would be nice, but I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. But it'd be nice if you could just get one that's unaffiliated, say, so I don't know. Who knows?
We've passed that Rubicon, my friend.
Indeed.
Sorry.
So get out is all I have to say about that.
So subscribe to Dursin's Substack for more political.
Get a lot of movie talk, but not too. Trying to stay out of the politics there. See. But yeah, well, subscribe to our YouTube as well. But Clay Inferno has got a lot of podcasts up there. You can also check us out at LeaguePodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And that's about it.
Instagram, Facebook. Find us there.
Yep, Instagram, Facebook, of course. And
we have a whole Cary Grant section on our website. We actually do.
That's right. We didn't make that one up. We do have a Cary Grant section.
How many Cary Grant movies have we done now? 4?
1, 2, 3. Now this is the 4th.
3.
North by Northwest, Arsenic and Old Lace, The Bishop's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
That's a good one, too.
That was the War on Christmas movies.
That's right.
Oh, all good choices. Thanks, John, for suggesting them.
Well done.
Well, you're welcome, John.
Probably
a little back batting is in order.
I'm doing the get out thing.
Yeah, get out.
With my hand. You get out of here with your good suggestions.
Yeah,
leave me to my
that.
Shitty suggestions.
No, that's what I like about you, Clay, is that you have shitty suggestions.
Oh, you're getting the get out but it's moving fast. It's moving as fast as they talk. Get out.
It's moving at 240 words per minute. All right.
Yeah, it's just a blur. They can't even capture it on a camera.
If I get this out in time, happy birthday to John Hunt. And of course,
thanks.
Richard Bryan's birthday is a couple days before that. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Thanks for listening. Now get out.
Get out.
Get out.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Just a moment, Hartwell. If you have any accusations to make them in the proper manner. Otherwise, I'll have to ask you to get out.
You'll ask me to what?
Get out.